Hey friends, Miss Coke and I are here for your story time with Lucy the axolotl. Lucy's hanging out in her aquarium. Today we're going to read The Salamander Room. It's about a little boy who rescues or gets a salamander out in the wild and tries to recreate a environment inside his room so that he could keep the salamander. Lucy the axolotl, it lives in an aquarium, and we try to recreate her environment from what a natural lake in Mexico, which is where they're found, would look like. In her aquarium, she has a cave. She's about to get a fresh thing of miniature micro shrimp for her breakfast. She's hanging out with Gary from SpongeBob. But throughout her aquarium, we have different hides, fake logs, fake caves for her to go into. She loves those dark spaces, just like the wild axolotls do in Mexico. The wild axolotls live at the bottom of the lake in Mexico, and sadly, those axolotls are on the critically endangered list. So if we don't do something proactively to stop pollution in that lake, we could be looking at a future with no wild axolotls, only ones that you could see in pet shops. And Lucy did not come from Mexico. She was actually created in an aquarium in Alpharetta, Georgia. So she came from a pet shop. And another interesting thing is that if you were to see an axolotl in the wild, they would not be this pink-white color. This was something that was more made in a lab and not normally seen out in the wild. Okay, let's get started. The Salamander Room by Anna Miser. Brian found a salamander in the woods. It was a little orange salamander that crawled through the dried leaves of the forest floor. The salamander was warm and cozy in the boy's hand. "Come live with me," Brian said. He took the salamander home. "Where will he sleep?" his mother asked. "I will make him a salamander bed to sleep in. I will cover him with leaves that are fresh and green and bring moss that looks like little stars to be a pillow for his head. I will bring crickets to sing to him to sleep and bullfrogs to tell him good night stories." "And when he wakes up, where will he play?" "I will carpet my room with shiny wet leaves and water them so he can slide around and play. I will bring tree stumps into my room so he can climb up the bark and sun himself on top. And I will bring boulders that he can creep over." Seems like this little boy's got it all figured out. He will miss his friends in the forest. I will bring him salamander friends to play with. Be hungry. How will you feed them? I will bring insects to live in my room, and every day I will catch some and feed the salamanders. And I will make little pools of water on top of the boulders so that they can drink whenever they are thirsty. And if you see right here, this is an example of a tiger salamander, which is the closest type of salamander related to axolotls. If an axolotl went through full metamorphosis, it would turn into one that looks similar to this. The insects will multiply, and soon there will be bugs and insects everywhere. I will find birds to eat the extra bugs and insects, and the bullfrogs will eat them too, creating quite the habitat inside his home. Where will the birds and the bullfrogs live? I will bring trees for the birds to roost in and make ponds for the frogs. birds need to fly. We can lift off the ceiling. They will sail out in the sky, but they will come back to my room when it is time for dinner because they will know that the biggest, juiciest insects are there. But the trees, how will they grow? The open roof. And the sun too. And the vines will creep up the walls of my room. And the ferns will grow under my bed. There will be big white mushrooms and moss like little stars growing around the tree stumps, and the salamanders climb on. And you, where do you sleep? I will sleep on a bed under the stars with the moon shining through the green leaves of the trees. Owls will hoot, crickets will sing, and next to me on the boulder, with its head resting on soft moss, the salamanders will sleep. Well, it looks like our friend had it all figured out. But where's the best place for a salamander to sleep? In their own environment, free and in the wild, as the wildcats say. So although it is fun to catch salamanders, and I've caught quite a few over my time of hunting them in the woods, it's still best to leave them in their own environment. Again, Luci was not taken out of an environment or out of a lake. She was created in a pet store. She would not be able to live in the wild because she doesn't know how to go about and hunt food. The food's always provided by us through that little turkey baster you saw at the beginning of the video. So Luci's hanging out, happy and chilling. You could tell she's excited this morning. Her external gills, they're going when she's excited or when she's active. You see those move a lot more. All right, hope you all learned something. Have a wonderful day. See you soon. Bye from Miss C and Luci, the axolotl.